Well, I've had what I believe is a very useful and productive stay in Moscow. It's been 1.5 days since I arrived, and I've had an extensive range of meetings, activities. It has given me a very comprehensive overview of the relationship. But more important, it has enabled us to connect on a range of issues that involve keeping the momentum of our close and friendly bilateral relations going. I've had delegation level talks with the Russian side led by Deputy Minister Morgulov, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We discussed extensively bilateral issues, but also issues of regional and international interest. I called on Foreign Minister Lavrov. I'm very happy to say that Foreign Minister accepted the invitation that I extended on behalf of our External Affairs Minister for him to visit India. He has planned to visit at the earliest. I also had a meeting this morning with Deputy Minister Ryabkov. We discussed a range of arms control and disarmament issues. We discussed BRICS, where Russia has just handed over presidency of this organization to India. We talked about continuity in some of the very, very important initiatives on areas like counterterrorism taken by Russia in BRICS. We hope to continue that momentum under our presidency, which is BRICS at 15. BRICS has completed 15 years of its existence, and I think it's a very important landmark. I also addressed a wide range of scholars and diplomats at the Russian Academy of Diplomacy, diplomatic academy yesterday. I spoke on the India-Russia relationship. There were a number of questions, and I think it was a very useful interaction. This morning I met leading thinkers, academics, Indologists, and again we had very useful exchanges on the way and the course of our relationship, direction of our relationship. We essentially, when we had our official talks, I think what was important was preparation for the visit of the President of Russia, the Russian Federation, to India. As you know, there has been a tradition that our leaders meet every year. There is an annual summit. In fact, our Prime Minister and President Putin have met 19 times in the last 6 years, which is more than 3 times a year. It not only shows the very, very extensive contacts that we have at the highest levels, but it also shows that we are really members of we have a large number of organizations to which we are both members, so it gives us opportunity to meet. India and Russia are members of G20, BRICS, SCO, RIC, but we also meet at the United Nations, and there have been at least 8 bilateral visits. And we're very happy that President Putin will be visiting India at the invitation of our Prime Minister at a time that is to be decided. Before that, as I said, Foreign Minister Lavrov will be visiting at the invitation of our External Affairs Minister. We will have the visit of Deputy Prime Minister Borisov to head the Intergovernmental Commission along with our External Affairs Minister. We also expect high-level participation from Russia at our Raisina Dialogue, which is a major sort of think tank event in India. We have a lot of interests of regional and global issues. The situation in Afghanistan is important for both our countries. We have also discussed our participation in multilateral organizations like the UN. India is currently a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, and we discussed many of the issues relevant to that organization. We also looked at business and economic linkages. I think there was a sense that Russian companies are increasingly investing in India in very cutting-edge areas. There is a lot of interest in new areas as well, like inland waterways, the railway sector. We have seen investments in specialized steel, in the energy sector. And I think this is also a trend the other way. Indian companies have also invested significantly in Russia. You know that our Prime Minister was here in Vladivostok for the Far Eastern Summit, to which he was invited by President Putin. India had, our Prime Minister had announced a $1 billion line of credit for the Russian Far East. We are already looking at operationalizing the Chennai-Vladivostok corridor. And Indian companies are looking at how we can invest and collaborate on areas, new areas like LNG, coking coal, and a number of other areas that are, the part of the Russian Far East. We have worked closely on combating COVID-19, and in that context, I think the fact that both our countries have started the vaccination drive, you have successfully started it in Russia. In India, we are looking at, we've already vaccinated 8 million people, health workers, frontline workers, and we're looking at ramping up this vaccination drive significantly. But what is important is that Sputnik 5 has already started trials in India. We are in stage 3 trials. We expect this to be completed by mid-March, after which our regulators will look at emergency use authorization. We are looking to collaborate with Russia to manufacture a large amount of the Sputnik 5 vaccine. It's another area of our very successful cooperation in the health sector. And there are a lot of areas, especially in high technology areas, where we want to focus. One of the decisions we took in our meetings was to have a high-level group that will focus on high technology and areas that represent new technologies for both our countries. And these are all areas of very good news. So anyway, I think on the whole, an excellent visit from my point of view. And I think India-Russia relations is in a good place. We have a very good understanding on issues which are beyond bilateral, regional, global. And certainly, I think that friendship and cooperation that our two countries enjoy will see us going higher and further in the years to come. So thank you so very much. Spasiba Bolshoi. Do svidaniya.